Hi Fran, I'm going to go ahead and show you just the bare bones of Freemind and how I use it and how I think it can be really powerful for brainstorming. So you're thinking of creating a new blog, which is awesome. So what I do is I'm just going to create a blog with you, but do it on a subject matter that I'm familiar with. Let's say that I'm going to go ahead and create a new blog, and I want, for me, what is my blog going to do? What do I want my visitor to end up learning from me? Like as a whole, I mean, there can be different, categories, but so let's just say I'm going to start this local search engine optimization blog. So in the middle circle, which, you know what, let me start over. Let's go to new. I'm not quite sure how it starts when you go into it, but to create a new mind map, you simply come in here and create new. Okay, and it's going to start you with this middle circle. Okay, so just click in there, and the middle circle for me, I like to put the overall, like what is going to be the takeaway? What would I like to help people with? And that's going to be local SEO. Okay, so you go ahead and hit enter. Then you just come on up here to insert and click on the new child node. Now, this is how I do it, and you can get as elaborate or as simple as you desire, or you may not even think this is helpful, and just and that's fine. But I just think it's really powerful. So for me, I'd be like, okay, well, what's it going to take to teach them local SEO? What am I going to have to discuss? Well, let's say one's going to be Google Places. Okay, so actually, I'm going to do search engine. Yeah. Okay, can I spell? Okay, search engines, all right? So I'm going to have off of this child, I'm going to have another, I'm going to have to come up here because what I want to do is I want to break up search engines, okay? So this search engine is a child of local SEO, and I'd like to, mention a couple different search engines. So I'm going to come up here, and since my cursor and it's highlighted is on search engine, new child node, okay? So I can go ahead and say Google. Then I still have another search engine to add here. So I'm going to come up here, and I want to insert a sibling node. Node, I think. Okay. So look, so there you go. That's the way you got to think of it. This is your parent. Your middle circle is your parent. This right here is your the child, and then you've got. Wait, let me see if I'm doing this right. Gosh dang, you got your child. Yes, so and that's also a child. That's a child of this child. Sorry. Okay, so I went ahead and so every child has a sibling. So you're going to add the sibling. So let's just say Bing. Okay. Now let's go back to local SEO because gosh, I haven't even covered half. I'm going to probably have several different categories. So as long as you take your cursor, just put your cursor where you want to be adding. So here I'm going to put another child node. Okay. And you can see here, it can get as elaborate as you wanted to. You could be putting uh, icons in. You can do hyperlinks. I mean, there's just so much. I don't really get that elaborate with it. This is just for my use, and it really helps me with just mapping out kind of complex issues, or I usually will help, my clients, I'll usually do one for them, just to try to get their strategy visual. So here I'm going to put, okay, local SEO. Well, I also have to talk about, review sites. Okay, so that would be another category, so to speak. So I treat these little offshoots, which is I treat the child of the parent. I treat that as like the categories of the blog. So if the overall blog is going to be about local SEO, what are the categories going to be? And again, you're not going to come up with all the categories right now. You're probably going to think of new ones, but the more complete you can make your blog to begin with, as far as like an outline, the better. Okay, so that is I hope this made sense to you. But so yeah, so another child node because there's going to be, let's see, citation. So I mean, I'm just thinking off the top of my head everything that I have to add. And then if you go down here to Google, well, gosh, there's a lot of different aspects to Google. So I'm going to have to put another I hit Google, so I'm going to do a child node. And I'm going to put in there places. And then since I'm on Google's child mode, I want another sibling. Insert sibling. And maps. I hope this made sense. I'm not exactly a mind map expert or anything. I have just found that it's been very, very powerful for me when I have this really, I'm excited about doing something, and but it's just gray, it's foggy. And if I just spend a half an hour mapping it out here, the clarity really comes. Let me know if you have any questions, because I know this was really just an overview, but hopefully this will help. And if not, no worries. Let me know how I can help. Okay, thanks. Whoops, I gotta shut you off.